Good morning. It is Monday morning and it is 75 degrees and it is very humid. So even though I have curled my hair this morning, the humidity is saying too bad. Today's gonna be a really fun day in biology. We're doing this lab with about the enzyme catalase. If you don't know anything about catalase, essentially it just, like when you put hydrogen peroxide on a cut or something and it bubbles, that's because of the catalase. And every little living thing has catalase in it, so it'll be in these potatoes that we are going to throw in certain things, and it's really cool the way we do that. So basically we put these potatoes into just different things like an acid, a base, just water, and we see what happens to the catalase because, again, if you don't know anything about enzymes, they denature if it's not the right pH or if it's not the right temperature. So seeing these different things is going to just show them like why everything needs to be like good for these enzymes to work properly. So that should be fun, more fun than earth science because we're talking about telescopes, but then we get to start talking about galaxies, and galaxies are pretty cool. So we'll talk about galaxies too. And that's that. We no longer have advisory period. So hopefully, which is our homeroom, so hopefully I will be able to like actually get on during my lunchtime, which is the ILT, the intentional learning time, and we can talk then. We'll see how that goes. I am excited to have a good day with my super frizzy, humid hair. I hope you liked my makeshift cart right there. Again, I'm not actually in a science classroom, so when I do labs, I've got to make do with what I have, and that's what I have. So here we are. Today was so hard, and I don't know why. Like, it's Monday. What's wrong with you people? It is Monday. Go to sleep. You're supposed to be tired. My kids were not tired. Every one of my classes was bad. I had to give so many detentions today, and I hate doing that, and I wish they'd stop making me do that, but they were so bad, so bad. So I had a lot that I need to do. We're doing virtual like meet the teacher nights because COVID. So I have to make like a video for it, and I wanted to stay and get that done, and I'm going home. I'm done. Today, like I am mentally done. Also, the lab I told you about, we're looking at enzymes and all that fun stuff. It just like didn't work in my class. I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but it did not bubble the way it was supposed to, so that was sad, but whatever. I showed my YouTube video of what was supposed to happen, so at least they knew. I have to create sub-plans and a review because I won't be here on Wednesday. I actually have 3 doctor's appointments, yay. So I have to get that done. I got nothing. We talked about galaxies today. That was really cool. The kiddos like learning about space, so that's cool. But man, was it just so hard. And I am thinking that I might need to move my desks out of groups for a couple of reasons. Number one, COVID. It's been bad everywhere. So that's number one. I'm really considering moving it. Number two, my kids will not stop talking to each other. So I think we're gonna move them into rows. Not this week, because I don't feel like moving them. But next week, we're moving them into rows, because this is horrid. That's really all I got. Today was not great. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. I love kids. I really do. I love my kids. Most of the time. No, it's all right. They're great. They're really, really great. That's all I got. I'll check in tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. We're doing like review stations and stuff for biology and a different type of review for earth science because their test is Thursday and bios is Wednesday. So we gotta make sure they know all their stuff for that. Okay. Stay tuned for more excitement. Tuesday has ended. I'm very excited. I didn't film at the school because I was just super excited to get out because I don't have to go tomorrow. So me and the pups are hanging out in my bedroom. And yeah, so I wanted to talk about today. Like we said, we were doing a little bit of review. So biology is taking their test tomorrow. So today we did a Kahoot review, which I love Kahoot reviews. And then I made a PowerPoint that was basically, what did we miss that I really need to hit on before we take our test? So we did that, and I gotta keep her satisfied or else she's gonna bother my video. And then in Earth Science, we also did a Kahoot review, and same thing, we did a PowerPoint, very similar, but it was just, sorry, I have to move because my dog's stuck. We did a PowerPoint, again, that was not so much like what did I miss, but more of just a review of everything that we've done. And then my kids have been begging me to watch The Cosmos, one of the episodes of The Cosmos. So I didn't want to give Earth Science their test tomorrow because I'm not there. And I know I'm giving biology it, but I think they'll be fine. I think Earth Science will have more questions. So I didn't want to give them their test tomorrow. So we just watched that video today, and I think they really enjoyed it. Tomorrow, they're going to do a choice board and a study guide. And I want to show you the choice board because it is so easy to make one, and I love doing them for a review because it's more than just, can you answer these true or false questions? It's actually do something to show me that you understand the material. So let me show you the choice board that I made for them. Okay, so because of all the unknowns with COVID and everything, I always like to make sure that we do everything digitally. So a lot of these choice boards, or not a lot, all of the choice boards will be done online in some way. But one is to make a Quizlet study set for the words, and then they'll do the matching activity that goes with it. One is to find an article on the Big Bang Theory and write a paragraph about it because that's what we're learning this unit. One is to create a rap or a poem about how to remember the different types of galaxies. And then two of them are to create posters. One is comparing and contrasting the reflecting and refracting telescope. And then the other one is about the Big Bang Theory as well. And then create 4 multiple choice questions about the unit that could be used for a test. So they'll do that. And then I just make an answer sheet. And some of these require them to type things like the paragraph one, or if they're doing this like quote unquote poster on a PowerPoint slide, they'll just screenshot it and then add it into the answer sheet. And that answer sheet is the assignment on Teams that I will then look at to determine if they did or not. So I really like that. I really like doing the Quizlet study set. Actually, one of my coworkers showed me that, and I really, really like it because then they can use it to study. So especially with biology, there's a lot of different stems that they have to learn. So it's really nice to have that choice board set up. So that is that. Like I said, I do not have school tomorrow because I have a ton of doctor's appointments. So we will pick up where we left off on Thursday, and I can't wait to talk to you then. Bye. Hello, everybody. It is actually Tuesday morning now, around almost 7 o'clock. And I just wanted to inform you of things that happened last week because I don't think I talked to you since last Tuesday. Like I said, I wasn't in school Wednesday because I had a bunch of doctor's appointments, but Thursday and Friday got a little hectic for a couple of reasons. Number one, we found out that we were going virtual starting today. This is why I'm at home in my office. Number two, I had some kiddos, my bio class, take a test on Wednesday, and all across the board, everybody failed. Like, not just, hey, I got a little bit of a fail. Like, this was like 30% fail. So yeah, we had to figure out what the heck we were doing there. And so we retook the test on Thursday, and they did a little bit better after we like went through study guide and everything. And then Earth Science, they took a test on Thursday. So on Friday, we just kind of watched a video because we were going on a 3-day weekend and then doing virtual today. So I was like, yeah, we are not starting a whole new unit. And then with my biology kiddos on Friday, I only had like a 10th of the class show up. So we were supposed to start a new unit, but I didn't because that would have been dumb. So now we are just gonna roll with it, see what happens here. So today, like I said, we are virtual. The first thing I'm going to do is have the kiddos set up Nearpod. I really like to use Nearpod when we're virtual because then I can see if you're actually paying attention, not just logged into the Teams meeting, but you have to log into Nearpod, so you have to hear me say, hey, log into Nearpod and do it. Then I put like questions embedded through my PowerPoints and things like that. And so they have to make sure that they are answering those so that I know that they are engaged and paying attention. And I'm not sure if I said this in my first vlog, but I do participation points for the kiddos, and each kid can get 10 points a week. So 2 points a day up until, you know, the whole semester. And then whoever has the most at the end of the semester will get like a little prize or treat or something from me. And then I put my classes in competition with each other as well. So whoever has the highest like percent of their participation will get either a pizza party or an ice cream party at the end of the semester. So that's been good. I think it's good for virtual too, because it really hopefully keeps the kids engaged. It did when I student taught, so let's hope that it does the same here. Yeah, like I said, we're doing Nearpods today. We're learning about the stars in earth science, so that's fun. And then in biology, we are starting our unit into the cells, and we got to kind of rush a teeny tiny bit since I didn't really get to do much on Friday. So we will be doing that. I will check back in with you at some point today, and that is that. And I just want to show you guys how easy it is to make these Nearpods. Like if you were in a Google Drive, let's go to new really quick. New Google Slides. Okay, so let's just say, you know, we'll name this test. Then let's say after this you wanted to do something like add some questions for them to answer, or maybe take a poll or something. If you go over to add-ons, you can add the Nearpod add-on. If you don't have it, you can say get add-ons, but I do. So we're gonna open Nearpod. I also pay for the paid version. I forget what it was for the whole year, but especially with virtual learning last year, I made sure to have it. Let's say that we wanted to, we have many options. We can put some audio in there. If you wanted them to collaborate or draw something, you could do that, but let's just say that we wanted to add a poll. If you just click it, you can add the poll here. Just say, how are you? Say good or bad. You can make it say whatever you wanted. So if we saved that, it's now part of our Google slide. If you wanted to save it, you go save and go to Nearpod. It'll open up a Nearpod and it is saving. And then let's say we wanted to preview it real fast. So when you go there, you'd be able to ask the poll of how are you? And the students could tell you. Okay, day one of virtual learning this year is done. I am gonna be honest with you, I have a love-hate relationship with virtual. I love it because I'm already home. Like the school day is done, I am at home. I have laundry to do and I don't have to wait another hour, hour and a half to do it because I can just go upstairs and get it done. Love that. But I know that these kids just aren't learning. I know it. Everybody knows it. It's the truth. It stinks. I know that there are some kids that are, but I can't force them to do something if I'm not there making them do it. I have trouble forcing them to do something when they're in the classroom. I definitely can't do it when they're at home. So it stinks, but I mean, I actually had a lot of participation today and I was very happy with that. I have a class that I have to learn how to disable chat in Teams because we can't be adults. So nothing like inappropriate was said or anything, but like they're chatting with each other like, hey, what'd you do last night? Hey, play this game with me. And I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. So I told them to stop and they didn't stop. So I guess I'll have to disable it. Other than that, I love Nearpod. Tomorrow, I have a ton of kids in my earth science class that have to take this test because I have a bunch of the JV football players and they were gone playing football the day we took the test. So tomorrow in earth science, I'm gonna set up a Nearpod assignment for them to do independently where we have a few slides left on a PowerPoint just to take some notes. So I'm going to record myself talking over that with the notes and then I'm going to give that to them to work on so that it's quiet while the kiddos are taking the test during class. And then together we'll do a worksheet at the end. So that should be good. I'm excited. Like I said, I actually had a lot of participation today. It's probably because it was the first day of virtual, but I'm happy. My biology kids are not happy with me because I told them they're having a test on Friday and they feel like we give too many tests. And I say, I don't think it's too many. It's just that we are in a block schedule. So what would usually take maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks takes 4 days because we have double the time to get through everything. And that's hard concept for them to grasp. It's hard concept for me to grasp because I've never taught like in a block schedule before, but I like it. The kids, I don't know, they're mad at me. What do you mean we have a test? Can't you do anything about this? And I'm like, listen, I already pushed it back to Friday. It was supposed to be Thursday, so you're welcome, but it's okay. We'll be fine. I'll get through my content. Whether they decide to study is on them. But so last week we noticed with this test, like I had said, they didn't do very well on it. So we, me and a couple of the other teachers gave our students like a Microsoft form that said like, what do your study skills look like? Have you ever been taught how to study and things like that? Because biology is different. It's just a whole bunch of memorization and it's all concepts that the majority of them have never heard before. And it's hard. So this unit, I've been really working, like we did this worksheet and I was like, hey, this is going to be a really good worksheet. Just remember that you need to be able to compare and contrast these different types of cells. And I've made a more, I've taken more notice of what I'm saying, and I'm saying maybe this is something that you should be studying and learning how to compare and contrast. And I'm saying, and you should be making these, connections, and you should be able to say, well, if this question is saying that I have this cell that has an actual nucleus in it, I know that eukaryotic cells are the only cells that have a nucleus in it. So that has to be the answer and things like that, because I think that they're used to tests where it is just straight facts and not actually having to interpret what you're reading. So we've been working a little bit more on that, and hopefully they'll do better on this test than last test. It does have all the organelles on it though, so we'll see how that goes. But that's where we're at. Everything seems good. And that's that. I think I'm going to end this here, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'm going to see you all next Tuesday. Bye.